Hey y'all, future me popping in really quick, or the present me popping in just to say, I know y'all see the title of this video. Very different because this video is going to be somewhat of a twist. First, I want to be taking you back to the beginning of the year me, when I first shared our plans and our resources. And then I'm going to fast forward to the present time and I'm going to reflect on how our year actually went. And at the very end of the video, guys, I'm going to be sharing the flip throughs that I did choose at the beginning of our school year. Everything will be timestamped below if you guys kind of want to jump around through the video, because I know this is going to be a little longer, but I would love for you guys to stay throughout so you can kind of just see the back then me versus the where we are right now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's video. Hey y'all, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Renee. Today we are going to be talking all about my kindergartner's pick for the 2025-2026 school year. Got some resources I'm really excited to share with you guys, and of course the curriculum that we chose for him. I do have some flip throughs included at the end of the video. You guys want to jump ahead? They'll be in the timestamps as always, y'all. So let's go ahead and dive into today's video. All right, y'all, so before I dive into today's video, I do want to give you some quick context about my little guy, just for the newer folks who's just joining us for the first time. His name is Michael, and he was diagnosed with autism a few years back. I have a video talking about our journey if you want to check that out. He was diagnosed, like I said, a few years back with autism, and he is nonverbal. I just want to share with you guys how school is going for us and how it looks for us. Before I do, though, I want to just dive into some resources that we have for him this year. And then I want to dive back in and kind of chat with you guys about the curriculum that we chose for him. So let's just go ahead and dive into the resources. Have little sticky dots. Going to be doing a lot of activities with these. So I purchased these. Got to have that chalkboard, some chalk, eraser. Purchased one of these. I really want to get more into him writing this year, and I'm just trying different ways for him to write. So that's why I have so many different little writing variation products or resources. But I think this is really, really cool. He's going to enjoy that. I have the touch letters. I have the alphabet. I'm sorry, not the alphabet. I have the capital letters here. Last year we had the lowercase letters, but I had to go in and purchase these little magnetic flashcards. It's going to be a lot of magnetic things that you guys see because I have a huge magnetic board in his bedroom, and I feel like this will be good to get some activities in his room. Manipulatives, little counters. Here again, I want to be getting his handwriting, his little muscles in his hands strengthened this year. So I just try to find different ways to incorporate that. That's going to be cool. I think my 4th and 6th grader are going to probably try to fight him over this. This was from Lakeshore. Thought that was a really cool way to get some writing in. Well, not writing, but you know, just strengthening up those hand muscles. Here again, I'm trying to make his learning really interactive to keep him engaged. He can be very easily distracted, so I just wanted to try some different games with him and see how he goes with that. Then we have Play-Doh, and you can just stamp the alphabet into the Play-Doh. I thought that was really cool. Let's come on down to more ways to write. This dry erase board, little dry erase markers. Have him a little ABC workbook to work in. Construction paper. And we purchased this last year, this little stamp set. Repurchased again this year. Really like that. You know, instead of repurchasing, I probably should have just bought some a little stamp pad, a little ink pad. Oh well, it's already purchased now, but I should have just done that. Come on down. Have his magnetic letters.
I love how organized this is. And the storage is just really, 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 really cute. Got some kind of mixed up. But I really love that. Can't wait to use these. This tape, I had this for activity that I saw online that I wanted to try, but it's really not as wide as I thought it was going to be, but I think we can still make it work for what I want to do with him. Just adding some more paint into our art supplies. Our art supplies is pretty stocked up. We just needed a few more things, so I grabbed these. Here's the little timer that goes up to 10 minutes. I had this in my homeschool supply haul for this year. I thought this would be really cool. And this is really cute for him. I'm thinking maybe I can use it for when we have like little, I don't know, maybe like little activity centers. I can just kind of use this to have us transition into another lesson. So I'm thinking that's how I'm going to use this timer. These little bingo magnetic wands. I saw an activity on another homeschool mama's channel and I was like, oh my gosh, these are so cute. I have to get these to incorporate. Y'all see, like, it's a lot of hands-on stuff and I'm really hoping that this will keep him engaged. But I have a really cool activity that I want to do with him this year. Or there's a lot of activities you can do with this actually, but this is kind of where I got the idea from. So I went and purchased those. This engineer coaster, this is from Lakeshore. Like I said, he has a magnetic board in his room. I really feel like he is going to enjoy this, as well as this. As you guys kind of can see from what I purchased, he loves to see things spin. He loves to see things go down different objects. This will keep his attention, I feel like, for at least maybe 10-15 minutes, but he loves stuff like that. Then I have this spirograph, just another way to kind of sneak in, building up those muscles in the hand for writing. Coming on down, last but not least, these pom-poms. I did not think that they were going to be this tiny, but we're going to make it work for some of the activities that I have planned for using with pom-poms. But believe it or not, y'all, there is lighter versions to each one of these colors that you see that I had to store because I can't have thousands of these getting all around the house. And I just stored it in one of these containers. Underneath, we have colored trays. Again, I feel like for like our little, I'm thinking activities for like a little rotation. I can put some of his things that I want him to do in here, kind of keep all the mess in, and just kind of have it built up like where he has like little stations he has to go to throughout the day. So that's kind of my ideas with those trays. And that, y'all, is some of the resources that I have from my kindergartner this year. I'm excited.
All right, so now let's go ahead and dive into the curriculum that we're going to be using for my little man. Last year, we were using the Autism Oasis program. A little bit about what we did last year. I wanted to get familiar with using his AAC device. So she offers basically a course for the app Proloquo to Go. That's hard to say. Proloquo to Go for his AAC device, and it's basically lessons getting you familiar with using the device, and of course just navigating through with you and your child, just in case you're not really familiar with using Proloquo to Go. And I love how she has the lesson plans all built in that program. So we use that. At that time, I purchased for like the half semester because I just really didn't know how this was going to go. And I just really wanted to familiarize myself before I purchased the complete year. We ended up purchasing the complete year. You can pace yourself is what I really love about her program. Also, they have weekly Zoom meetings every Monday that you can kind of check in with her and Mr. Sims and other parents to just kind of help you so you don't feel alone with like feeling overwhelmed, and they kind of give you tips. And just hearing from other parents and her sharing ideas, bouncing ideas back and forth, it really is a help. It really is. So I really enjoyed that aspect. Y'all, I'm gonna leave this information for her website below in the description so you can kind of browse her site and get a feel for what I'm talking about, because I feel like I'm talking in circles, but it's making sense at the same time in my head. This is the program that we are going through. I love how it's just everything included, and then you just feel supported is a better word for it. We also this comes with the program once you purchase. This the Get Ready for the Code, Explode the Code series. These are really cute. Have A, B, and of course we have C. So that is what we're doing for his curriculum. And y'all, we love it. It's going really, really good. Now also, because I am me, I'll just say that I'm me. So I like to always have variety, and yeah, that's just me. Her curriculum comes with pretty much everything you need as far as like hits every subject, but it's me, y'all. And since my girls are in Matthew C, I just wanted to also just get Michael the primer. Like I said, her curriculum does have math in it, but I just really wanted to get this for him as well, just to have some variety. And we already have the manipulatives because, like I said, my older girls are in Matthew C, so I just wanted to try this, and also because I need to get off of the internet and stop. I just had to try out kindergarten math with confidence. Like I said, I just like having variety. Whether we get into these or not, I'm not sure, but they are here for us, and just in case we want to maybe just add something new in. So I have these two, well, really three, because I have her math as well. But this is the math that I chose for him. Now, when it comes to writing, you guys kind of saw a lot of the resources that I did purchase that I want to try to make it really interactive, engaging. We are still working on handwriting. We are getting better at it, but we are still working with handwriting. So for handwriting, I just thought I would get Learning Without Tears. This is my first school book and my first lowercase book. Also, Kickstart Kindergarten. And then, of course, I have my teacher's guide. So that is what we are doing for getting in some handwriting practice. Now, I did talk to you guys in a previous video about how important communicating for Michael is, and how I did want to try different things besides the AAC device. So I mentioned in my Thinking Out Loud video, planning for this school year, that I do want to try ASL with Michael. And I did find a program. This is called Signing Time. And this is the kindergarten through third grade classroom curriculum teacher edition. So I went in and I printed this off. And of course, guys, y'all, this is just not something that you have to rely on just looking at the pictures and like, okay, so she has the pictures. What am I supposed to be doing? You can also go online to look at the videos that comes with this course. So don't think you're just going to be looking at the book, which is what I really love. And I love how we have like lesson plan. Like I said, it's supposed to be for a classroom, but we're using it for our homeschool. And I will have this at the end so we can kind of do a flip through and you can kind of see what this program offers. But I really like it so far. He is really picking up on the signs fairly quickly, and we are enjoying doing this as a family. So that's what we're going to be doing for ASL with Michael this year, as in just another way to get in communicating with him. As far as his therapies, he was in physical therapy, speech therapy, and occupational therapy. He did graduate from physical therapy, and he's still in speech and occupational. Few days out of the week, we're still going to be, of course, continuing on with his therapies. But of course, I will let you guys know how that goes. But he is progressing in his therapies. All right, guys. So how you doing? What did y'all think? I was so excited at the beginning of our school year. I'm so excited to share with you guys what actually happened through our kindergartners school year. My little man, Michael's kindergarten school year. So let's dive into it. I have this kind of broken down into, I would say, like 8 sections that I want to kind of dive into. And I have my notes, so I'm going to be maybe kind of looking down. So if I look down, that's pretty much what's happening. So I want to start off with looking back at my plans just before we started his kindergartner's school year. Going into my son's kindergarten school year, one of my biggest goals was, or at least something that I had to like remind myself daily, was his school year is going to look a little differently from my girls. So my hugest goal was to not compare his learning to my girls. That was a huge adjustment for me because it looked different. I froze a lot throughout our school year. I just would have plans and then I would overthink the plans and kind of freeze. We're going to get deeper into what I mean by that, but I just want to share with you guys kind of what I was thinking that was going to happen for us at the beginning of his school year. Another thing was huge for me was his communication. And I wanted to always continue using his AAC device because that's huge for me. I need him to be able to communicate so he can express himself, and just having that communication is really key for his growth. So now I want to talk about what growth actually looked like this year. One of the biggest lessons that I feel like I learned was I really had to constantly remind myself that just because we don't get to sit down and actually get through maybe a workbook page or something like that doesn't mean that growth did not happen through this year. Let's start off with scissors. Scissors for us, y'all. I had to, first I just introduced him to just a little regular pair of hand scissors. He did not like those scissors at all for whatever reason. He would just run away from the scissors. So I got these scissors where it's not where you put your fingers in and you just have like the, kind of just you're able to just kind of clamp it down for him to use the scissors. Started there. Okay, we had to start there. First, it was really just kind of getting him from the fear of using these scissors just in general. But that's where we kind of was our starting point. Using those scissors and then progressively growing through now to the scissors where you actually put your fingers inside and being able to just cut. That was a process. And I work with his OT and just being at home, and just some days he's all for it. Some days not so much. My main thing I really want to say is today, a year later, he's using scissors. So that's a huge win from where he started. Routines, still working on routines daily. We have gotten down a few where he's just kind of, working through them. Some things stuck, but then some things he still has to work on. And we're just going to continue working on those things, guys. I can say also from a year ago or some time ago, y'all, to today. I remember when it was a time that following directions was, it just didn't exist at all. Back then, I would tell him to do something or ask him to do something, and now I can give him a simple direction and he will follow it. Huge win. Like, huge win. I just realized, like, as I was putting together what I wanted to talk to you guys about in this video, just a list of the things from where we started from at the beginning of the year until now, he has met like huge milestones. And it just feels like at the time, going through the process, it just seems like, I remember a lot of times I just felt like I just kind of beat myself at night. Like, maybe I'm doing something wrong, or I just need to figure something else out to be able to introduce him to that. But it's like, now when I look at it, I'm like, there was a lot of growth. And for whatever reason, I may not have seen it going through it. But now, like, just reflecting back, I'm like, this little guy has grown. Like, he's come a long way. And I'm like really proud of him. Another thing, socially, when he goes to his therapies, he has speech and OT. He graduated from physical therapy. So now it's just speech therapy and occupational therapy a couple of days out of the week. Socially, when he first started going to therapy, he really didn't, I don't want to say he didn't like pay attention to his little friends there, but it was just more so like, I'm going to do what I want here in my space. And like, you guys just do whatever you want. Do your thing over here. From a year ago to now, or even more so, a little more than a year ago to now, y'all, he is actually trying to share with friends at his therapist. He is trying to share with friends when he goes to therapy. He will even try to hug friends in therapy. I know that's kind of like invading their little personal space, but I just remember a time where he didn't want anything to do with his friends, even his siblings at the house. It just was like, I see you guys do what you guys want over here. I'm over here doing my thing. Now he is more engaged with being like playing with them or just trying to be a part. They're chasing him around the house and he just tries to just go up to them and just like, come on, play with me. I just remember a time where that did not exist at all. So another thing I want to talk to you guys about with how his growth looked this year is with his attention span. When he used to go to his therapies, his attention span was like extremely short. Now they have gotten him to sit and participate and do things for longer periods of time. I even noticed at home, I have gotten him to sit for longer periods of time when we do our lessons. So y'all, this is a win. I'm celebrating the wins. I don't care how small they are. A win is a win over here, and I'm going to celebrate them. A lot for his fine motor skills this year. I just spoke about him using his scissors, painting, tracing. We just really tried our best to work on his handwriting. And like I said, some days are better than others where I can kind of get him to just sit and practice. Some days he seems to be a lot more motivated, I can recall, than others. But he is really more so interested in trying to right now. I've noticed he'll just like try to go pick up a pencil now and just kind of just want to try on his own. So I really feel like he's just a lot more interested now in writing. So that has helped us with practicing with writing. Handwriting without tears. I really enjoyed that because we were able to use the chalkboard, and just their process with writing was really beneficial because he's hands-on, and the more hands-on we can get with him, the more learning is happening. So I did with the chalkboard. With his OT, she would just put shaving cream on a table, help him write with his fingers. I've tried that at home too. We had just different writing devices to just keep him interested in writing, coloring. Still, we're kind of outside the lines, but guess what? We're holding it. We're holding the pencil, the crayon, or the chalk, or the marker, and we are practicing writing. Is it 100%? Not really, but we are getting better. And that's all I can really ask for. We're getting better with handwriting. When it comes to handwriting, even like his name, started off with his name, y'all, the end of the year. The end of the year, he's writing his name. He is writing his name, and even though it may not be like this on the paper, sometimes he'll still mix up his letters. He still knows the letters in his name. Celebrating that win. I don't care. Celebrating that win. Like literally just the other day with him, we were playing with the sidewalk chalk outside. He wrote his name, letters everywhere. He spelled it out in the way that it's, supposed to go. And even though they're mixed up, I'm considering that a win. I'm sorry. I'm considering that a win. I am like I said, from a year ago to today, I'm considering that a win. And I'm extremely proud of him with his handwriting. Going to continue working on handwriting. Of course, we practice it here. And then I keep in touch with his OT, of course. And we have plans of, how we're going to just kind of execute with him growing and reaching milestones. And I'm really excited about that. I'm also really excited. I love his therapists, by the way. They are amazing. Not only do they recommend, just the recommendations that they have. Sometimes I just vent to them, and they sit there and they listen and they give me advice. Just having that, it just feels like a community and family, and that I'm not doing this on my own. And that has been a huge win for our family. So I really, really appreciate his therapist. All right. So I'm excited about this next one, because this next section or topic that I want to talk to you guys about is communication. Y'all, the beginning of me planning his year, I know I wanted to introduce a few new things, one being ASL, and one, of course, just continuing on with his AAC device, right? The struggles. Let's start there with communicating. He would come to me a lot of the times throughout the day, and just would stare at me. And I just feel like he was saying something to me without words, but I just felt like he just needed to express himself. So he would just grab me and just stare at me. I can't tell y'all how many nights that tore me up. Yeah, that tears me up at night, or even when it happens. I'm like, I don't know what you want to say, but I know you're saying something. And that just, like I said, keeps me up at night, and I just don't like it. I don't like it, y'all. Like I said, we are practicing with his AAC device and ASL, but I don't know. I just feel like sometimes he's just there expressing himself in his mind, and I don't know what he wants. So in those moments, when I'm like, oh gosh, I'll try to bring his device, or either I'll just what do you need? What is it? He'll take me by the hand and lead me to where he wants to go. And when these situations happen, I will try to bring his AAC device in, tap it, like add in what he wants or what he needs, and then I'll show him, this is how you ask, or this is, this is how you can communicate with me without me having to, you have to grab my hand and pull me to what you need. So that's another way that I've been really implementing his AAC device with y'all. That device for our family has been a lifesaver. All right, I want to get back into this, y'all. This to me, this is not even small wins. This is to me a huge win. Communicating. A lot of his words is like I wouldn't say like gibberish, but like it's where you're making sounds to try to communicate, but like I'm not understanding what's being said. You're trying. Huge for me. All right. This past year, we have gotten out Mama. He calls me Mama, y'all. You don't know how many nights again that I spend previous to his kindergarten year. Like, if I can just hear him call me Mom. You never realize how taking for granted somebody calling like Mama or Daddy until you're just in a situation where like, this may not be for me, for us. Like, it's okay. Because on his AAC device, he knows, I have a picture of me in there. He knows where to go to hit, and like all his family members, where to go in there and hit when you need whoever. But hearing the name Mom, like words, I can't even express how much. Yeah, I love that. He calls me, and I feel like he picked that up from my daughters, because they call me multiple times throughout the day. And I just feel like when he hears them call, because their thing is, they don't just say Mom, they say, hey Mom, hey Mom, hey Mom. So now when he comes to me, first thing, hey Mom. And y'all, oh my gosh, listen, that is so, like, okay. So yeah, he calls me Mom, right? He has Daddy. Hey Mom sounds really way much more clear than Dad, but guess what? We know that he's referring to his dad. We know that he is referring to his sisters. He does his best, okay, with calling each of their names. He says, thank you, hello, or hey, and bye. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, a year ago to today, I just did not. I don't know, y'all. Like I say, going through the process or the progress is just like, some things I feel like you just don't see because you live it every day. But reflecting from where he was back then to where he is now is night and day. And I've even taken it like as far as reflecting so much in a way that even before he started with his therapies to now, who is this guy? Like, he has grown a lot, even in therapies. Like, you could just tell as he grows, he is just adapting, and he is just growing, and he's just showing himself more and more. And for me being Mom, I know I need to give myself a lot more grace than I do, because I be beating myself up. I don't know. I don't know. That could be just that personality where you just worry about a lot of things that you probably shouldn't even worry about. And that's just like with each and every one of my kids, with my husband, with just me growing personally as like just in daily life or just family members and friends. Like I'm always just thinking about everybody, and I just want to make sure that everybody's okay. And if everybody's okay, if I'm not here moving forward, because I'm not even gonna get into that, but it's just like, yeah, I always be thinking and I always be worrying. And like I say, I think it's like the night times, going to bed at night. I don't know if it's just because you're just laying your body down, you're not doing nothing, and so your mind is just like racing. But my night times, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I hope I did this right. Or I probably should have did that. Or maybe I could have approached this situation differently. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, if you can relate, comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. So that is communication, y'all. We are we growing in there. And even like with his ASL signs, we are signing. And it's just something I try to incorporate when I know it's something that he's really interested in. And I noticed that he has picked up those signs rather quickly. And I know you guys will see right after this, the flip through of the signing time. That was a huge help. So I don't like, I rarely, if you've been here for a while, go through, I use the curriculum as a tool, and I may not follow it the way that they want me to follow it, but I use some things out of it that I feel like my family needs. And I feel like for us, that has been working. And I don't want to change that up. If it's working, why not? Okay. Why change it up? So that's just his communication, which was, I'm excited about, y'all. That's so much growth. Gonna keep continuing on with, what we're doing. And of course, researching and learning new things. I'm just excited about our future. Now I want to get into his life skills, independence. Let's go off of just, I guess, life skills when it comes to like what he does like to do around the home. Yeah, I can say, y'all, this little man, he would help me around the house. I have no worries or issues about him helping out. Laundry, he's right there, loading the laundry, putting the clothes into the washing machine and the dryer, taking them out, trying his best to help me fold them. I've even we'll talk about that later, about his sensory room, but the dishwasher helping me load and unload, even just putting in the information for you to start up the dishwasher. And y'all, even with the washer and dryer, he wants to spin the knob. He wants to put in the time. He wants to tell you how much, what, just all of the things when it comes to laundry and the dishwasher. He's all for it. He will help me vacuum. Like that vacuum, I have a robot vacuum, and then I have the one that you just push around the house. Both of those things are going at the crack of dawn. At the crack of dawn, midpoints through the day, and at night, my house is being vacuumed. I let him use my steam mop. Basically, what I'm just trying to tell you guys is he helps his mommy. He helps his mommy around the house, and I appreciate it. We continue to work on his dressing. Can put on the pants really well. Shirt, still kind of having like a little issue with that. I try to keep his routine of like showing him, hey, you need to make your bed. You got to put your pillows a certain way. Your rooms need to be clean. And just brushing his teeth. We'll talk about that shortly. But just like things like that, he has been super helpful. And we are going to continue working on that throughout. But as far as potty training, let's celebrate another huge win. All right. Can go number 1. Number 2. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Not yet. But I feel like I don't know what it is about number 2. Number 2 is just like, I've even considered, his occupational therapist sent me a a link to purchase a course for potty training. And I am so considering taking that course because, yeah, I don't know. I've tried everything that I could think of. It's just not working. But for number one, he goes number one, just not number two. I also want to talk about, like, when it comes to independence and life skills, going out to the grocery store. Many people may not think about the grocery store, but I think about the grocery store beginning of the school year. Got out of the car or get out of the car, he would bolt. He would just bolt out. So that already freaks me out. Freaks me out with him just doing that. Y'all, that scares me. That scares me a lot. Fast forward, year later. No more bolting. No more bolting out as soon as the car door opens. He will actually wait for me, hold my hand, and we walk into the grocery store. Back then, grocery store, inside, no. Today, grocery store helps mommy put produce or whatever we're shopping for in a cart, or he wants to ride in the cart and then still try to shop for me as he's in the cart. Then when we get to the checkout, he has to, the self-checkout, he has to scan the things and bag them, put them in the cart. Okay? And then when we get to the car, now he wants to put them in the trunk. So night and day different from where we were a year ago. But just previously getting out of the car for whatever reason, it freaked me out when he wanted to bolt. But today, we're not bolting. Another huge win. I also want to say, with those life skills that we kind of talked about, I don't want you guys to think that every day is like he's hitting it. Because some days he's for it, and then some days he's like, I don't want to do that. And that's all right, because guess what? We're still making progress. We're still showing up. We're still doing the things, and just going to take it day by day. Day by day. So that's kind of where he is with his life skills and just kind of like, his independent things. All right. And then the next section I have labeled like just experience and real world learning. I want to highlight a very, very, very cherishable moment or memory. I wouldn't just say a moment. Was our trip to Legoland. We took a trip to Legoland the end of the his last half of his school year. Legoland is a huge theme park in Florida. And if we just talked about the grocery store runs and how horrifying it was with the bolting, but now we're at the last half of his school year, right? I was already like super nervous because this will be his first theme park. And I was just worried about the people. I was just worried about just how the experience, would it be a little bit too overwhelming? I just my mind raced for a couple weeks, like preparing up to the trip, because I just oh my gosh, this is different. You've never experienced this before. I don't know how this is going to be for you. Did my research there. Also, like I said, my occupational therapist and my speech therapist, I shared how I felt about it. One of them lived in Florida. So she was like, okay, let me just kind of give you a heads up. Legoland, you can get something called a hero pass. Y'all, what that hero pass did was allow with the guest services, told them, what was going on, and kind of just explained Michael. And guess what? Signed us off, got the hero pass. It was just really easy. And what the hero pass did was allow us to basically take the fast pass, in the theme parks, where you can kind of, in a lot of theme parks, you had And a lot of theme parks, you have to pay for the fast pass. Just easy access. You don't have to worry about waiting in lines for hours, because that was one of the things that was like, oh my gosh. You're not going to sit in a line for an hour. I don't want to sit in a line for an hour. You're not going to sit in a line for 5 minutes. So what is this going to look like? That pass will allow you to hit the fast pass. Yo, when I tell y'all Legoland, that was I still think about like, I want to go back. Our family still to this day talks about the time that we had at Legoland. Michael really enjoyed everything. And then it just had it where it was just like a lot of sensory things that he could do. And then the rides. And then with that hero pass, we were able to just take the fast pass, and just, we didn't have to really worry about like that is my favorite memory with my family, taking a family trip, because it just seemed so seamless. And I just remember leaving that park thinking like, yeah, I was stressed. I was so worried about how that was going to go. And for it to go the way it did, I want to go back. And he had a blast. My girls had a blast. My husband we just all had a really, really good time. We just had the experience we did down there. It was even further than Legoland, just everything. We just had a really, really good family trip. Another thing that, just kind of shifting gears from the theme park, just as a home life, nature walks, nature, just being outside in it. I've noticed from a year ago to now, and maybe he did notice things then, and I just wasn't like tapped into how he maneuvered. I just feel like he's more tapped into being outside, to not just being outside because he loves being outside anyway, but just like paying attention to certain things. Like, this is another huge win, y'all, because I really didn't realize it until recently. I used to point at something just, not really. I can point at whatever I want him to look at now, and he actually pays attention to what I want him to look at. The other day, I didn't point to it, but we was just sitting on the back porch, and he noticed like a millipede just coming across the concrete. And he just ran to me and like, Mom, like, and I was just like, now the millipede creeped me out because of the legs, but the fact that you saw it, you came to me, you wanted to just like share that moment with me, noticing it and kind of freaking out in the moment. Y'all, that is a huge win. I'm so excited about, like, I don't know, y'all, just everything. Like, just riding bikes outside and just, like I said, taking out little nature walks and just being. I am so excited. It just, another thing. I feel like I'm going to keep saying another thing and another thing, but I'm happy about that, y'all. Calling his name. I used to call his name. Nothing like that. Like, not really responding his name. Now I can call his name, or anybody in my family calls his name, and he responds by, looking towards us or coming towards us. And like, y'all, these are huge wins. And I'm so excited that I can actually film this. So now, like, in years moving forward, I can look back to see like, oh my gosh, how far he has came from, matter of fact, probably even the last video that we spoke about my little man. So from then to now, like, we are progressing, and I am really excited about this. We just spoke about previously, just like kind of briefly touched on his sensory room. I created I'm not just gonna say because I can't take credit for that, because my whole family, we all showed up for that. We created a sensory room for my little guy. If you have not seen that video, check it out if you want. If not, it's whatever. But creating that sensory room, that's helped. That's helped. Just even with the tools, his little spinning chair, the little rock climber, y'all, check that out if you want. Like I said, that room has really catered to him in a way where if he's feeling like, you know, I need to just retreat to my room, I need to get in my tent, I need my sensory toys, and I need to just give me a moment, I'll come back down for you or with you. That room has that was actually my favorite room to create in this entire home. Like, that room was just, I don't know, maybe just because just like watching him play with the things and just the peace that it brings him. I was excited about creating that room. It was a lot of hard work from my entire family, and I'm excited how everybody pitched in to make that a reality for my little guy because he enjoys that room. Okay, so my next section is labeled challenges that we face this year. One that I want to briefly touch on because I feel like this maybe need to be a story time. But I don't know if I want to just share it all fully yet and how that would look. But I feel like I probably need to share it because I feel like it will probably, resonate with a lot of people. At the end of the year, well, let's just say this, the beginning of the school year for him or everybody, mommy got sick, had to end up having surgeries surgery, not surgeries. I had to have surgery and I had to recover from it. So the first half of our year, I was just doing the best I could. Okay. Gave it my all. Okay. But I did not feel good, had to have surgery. I'm happy to say now I feel really well, better than I have ever felt. The end of the school year, my little guy had to have a procedure, guys. He had to have a procedure requiring anesthesia. That was a lot for, I'm sure, him and for mommy and daddy. Mommy and daddy, that was not our favorite experience, and I'm sure it probably was not his as well. Like I said, this would probably be story time later. But right now, I just want to just say that, yeah, that was a huge challenge for us because that was a lot, y'all. That was a lot. We also noticed that, like, just kind of throughout his school year, challenges would be so, like I said, that some days he did want to show up and participate, and then some days it's just like, nah, not today. So it was kind of trying to, some days are on schedule, some days we're gonna have to take a step back, and learning may look a little differently that day. That's okay. Sometimes, like, I know I had to really change my mindset on the curriculum and finishing it and just doing all the things needs to be this measures success. Change that up really, really quickly going throughout that year. So, but it was a positive thing for me to learn, and I had to learn it. So it is what it is, y'all. You just have to adapt. All right, yeah, so let's wrap this thing up now. The last section I have is what this year taught me. When I honestly look back at this year has taught me constantly. One of the things that I have to either keep reminding myself or what I'm learning is that my son is so much more capable of what I give him credit for. So many, like I can remember so many times, even to this day, that I would spend a good bit of time worrying about whether he could perform certain things or not, or do certain things or not, just for him to show me, like, okay, I've been able to do that. Like, that's old. What else you got for me? Like, in those moments, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was just like overthinking or just like worrying about, like, instead of just letting it be or just trying the things, instead of just like stressing and worrying about them, just put it out there for him. Put it out there for him. He'll show you whether he can or can't. And if he can, beautiful. If he can't, teach. Another thing that I know, I feel like kind of I needed to grow out of was besides like over analyzing or just overthinking about it or researching it or just being in limbo of just trying to make sure, we need to execute this thing this certain way. Just do it. Just do it. Like that's one of like my biggest lessons. Like, just do the thing. Like, you're afraid and you're worried and you're thinking about it too much. You're researching like so many different things, but the same thing at the same time. And it's like, just do it. Just start where you are and just keep moving forward. So I like, honestly, if I could just like tell me right now, the present time, to the woman you guys saw a few months ago, if I could just like shake her shoulders and be like, girl, just do it. Just execute the thing and just do it. I feel that would have saved me mentally a lot of hassle or worry or just being in my head. Like, just do the thing, execute the thing, and then go from there, instead of just like stewing in certain thoughts and just worrying and analyzing and thinking. And just do the thing. That's basically all I'm trying to say. I would just tell myself that. Do the thing. Execute it. You got it. He has it. Let's go. Another thing that this year's taught me is how I define progress or success. At the beginning of the year, I was thinking, okay, let's just go ahead and we're going to, do the things, and we're going to, do the curriculum, and then we're going to, go from here, go from there. And it's like, I kind of felt like I had it all kind of mapped out. I just cannot measure our progress or his progress in finishing curriculum, because a lot of the curriculum looks like for me, and looks like, kind of looks like this for me with my girls too, but it just looks like you can give me the curriculum, but I'm going to have to choose what I need this to be for him. I need this to look a certain way. I need this to go a certain way. So yeah, curriculum that we chose, I feel like was really good. I just can't beat myself up. I can't beat myself up on the things that we just really couldn't accomplish throughout the day, or throughout a week, or throughout the month. It's like just how certain things were laid out. I would have to like, okay, this is maybe what we can do today, because this is what's happening today. Like, this is just what it is. I had to learn that, like, girl, you can't beat yourself up. Like, you can't beat yourself up if the things don't go like how the curriculum suggests that. Just try it. Well, not just try it, but the curriculum suggests that this is the flow of the curriculum. Do it this way. I would have to pick and choose. And sometimes that looks like, hey, I couldn't get to that particular lesson that way because I had to switch up and do it that way. And guess what? That way worked that day. So that's what we had to do. It is just like coming at things from different perspectives. I've kind of learned that from each and every one of my children this year. I'm not going to lie to you. I just had to rethink some things, and sometimes it goes, but then sometimes you're just like, hey, we can do this way today. You're still getting your learning in. You're still progressing, moving forward, but it may just look a little differently that way. Y'all, huge lessons that I had to learn this year. Like, each year that I go through a homeschool, it just shows a different side of me that I did not know existed. Take that, I guess, however you want it, but it just feels like it just shows me a different version of myself that I'm like, okay, I did not know you were in there. Like, let's go. And it's just, I'm just, at the end of the day, I promise y'all, I am doing my best. I am extremely grateful for my son's kindergarten school year. While this may look like, all the curriculum and the resources I showed you, from like a little rewind at the beginning of our year, I may not have gotten into each and everything that I showed you. Those programs or resources have shaped our school year because, like I said, sometimes I couldn't dive into it like how I would have wanted, or maybe how the curriculum lays out the year for you. But they played a huge role because I was able to use certain aspects of certain curriculums, and I just really pulled everything together to create and make his school year an awesome school year. And I'm really proud of his school year. Some of the things y'all may not have been ready for yet this school year, but guess what? I have the resources from his previous kindergarten school year that I can still use in his upcoming school year. So I'm not, at first, like I said, I was kind of beating myself about it. Like, if you're not ready for it, you're not ready for it. We're going to get you there. And then they're here now, so I can just use them in the future. So I also want to read this to you guys because I feel like this was really helpful to pretty much how I used to measure progress in my school year for my little guy. And I just want to read it because I just really feel it's beautiful. When I did measure progress, I just used to think about, you need to check all the boxes off. Today, I'm learning that that's just not, when it comes to my little man, it's just a little different. So here we go. Progress is hearing new words. Progress is following directions. Progress is helping mommy around the home. Progress is writing letters that weren't there before. Progress is participating with his friends and his sisters and just us and his cousins. Progress is trying something that we once felt was impossible. Progress is celebrating the small wins that add up over time. And that is just really basically how I measure our success around here when it comes to my little man, because it's just like, he has grown and he has shown so much more than where he was at the beginning of the school year. Like I said, just going through those times, I just felt like I just did not see it. But like I said, just writing all my notes down for this video and just reflecting, yeah, I cried because I didn't even realize it, but he was progressing right before my eyes. I'm so proud of him. I am super, super proud of my little man, y'all. Anyway, thank you guys so much for sticking through to this video at this point. Just really wanted to get out my reflections in this video. And just see, look how I was at the beginning of the year. Just so excited, and I probably didn't feel good shooting that video. But like I said, I showed up. I tried my best, even though I probably was going down in that video. Now, pretty sure you finished your meal, your snack, your favorite drink, whatever. As promised, we are going to flip through the curriculums that I did choose at the beginning of our school year. And we're going to go ahead and dive into that now. Thank y'all so much for being here, and I will see you guys in an upcoming video. Bye, y'all.